Y'all, this girl says she would rather have a white male supervisor over a black female supervisor. And I'm pretty sure y'all know her reasoning. Okay, black women are hard to deal with. They jealous and envious for no reason. Try to keep you down just because they don't like you. Blase, blase, whoop, whoop. Okay? But I'm here to ask y'all because I ain't never had no black female supervisor. I've had a lot of black, women coaches. And yeah, I definitely prefer the men over them. Not all of them, but the majority of them were hard to deal with. However, the black female supervisors, I ain't never had one. So y'all tell me what's going on? What they doing to y'all in the workplace?
Go ahead, Tori. You could lead with this one.
I used to feel the same way until I got to where I am now. I have a black female supervisor, principal, whatever, and she's great. She's really great. I will say overall, I prefer working with men. Less drama, less emotions,
Yeah.
If we can't get to work with men, there needs to be some kind of a balance. Working with majority females is not fun at all.
Yeah, you speaking from pain, Toya. You speaking from pain.
Princeton, you remember.
Yeah, I heard it from the woman's mouth. Yeah, it ain't from us. That's from her.
Yeah.
Some women are very difficult to work with.
Yeah.
As a female, I have no problem admitting that.
Yeah.
I've never had
ladies, you gotta do better. Supervisor. You gotta do better, ladies.
True. Right? I'm gonna speak for you, Toya, a little bit. And you also have the different angles where some people can't accept the color of your skin.
Well, I was also a supervisor.
I know.
One lady quit. You remember when were you there when she quit?
Toya, that's why I worded it like that.
Hey, go ahead. You could go ahead and elaborate. Go ahead.
I would never take direction from.
So what happened?
That's why I worded it like that. That's why I got promoted.
Hold on. Pause. Back up.
Because we were not, we were no longer fellow instructors. I was now her supervisor, and she was like, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah,
and she quit.
Wow. She walked out. Yeah, quit on the spot. Two of them were like that. I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." Yeah. So it's like this. It goes both ways. So it's like, you see, that's why this conversation. I didn't even intend on this going this way, but it's like the conversation we're talking about. Do you prefer to have a white supervisor or a black supervisor?
No. Black woman supervisor.
What black woman supervisor? So
yeah, specific.
Right. So we're talking about women supervisors. But when we started talking, when Toya showed up or whatever, and like how we're having this now, it just remind me of what happened. Because while black people would prefer the opposite one, I don't think, not majority, there's a group that don't want the opposite. Because I've seen it. We could say we seen it. You know what I'm saying? We can say we seen it. You know what I'm saying? So
I've never had a black woman supervisor, so I couldn't elaborate on that.
I've had a white woman supervisor, and I swear to you, I felt so much. Part of it was racism, but I feel like she also felt threatened by me. That's the vibes I was getting. And at the end of the day, I'm like, why? You're a principal. But at the same time, as a school nurse, I still do have my degrees, and I still can go back to teaching if I want. I do what I do. I choose to do that because work-life balance is very important to me. I can't get these years back with my son. And whatever job I have, I don't do lukewarm. I try to, do a good job, but I can't teach well and still do everything else that I have to do. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like there was, like the color of your skin, they look at you and they're like, you're not supposed to be doing this. You're not supposed to have this much knowledge.
Mine is slightly different, right? Mine is slightly different. Mine is, man, I thank God because the path that he brought me down is the people that helped me get to the level of education, like the high parts, were all white. You know what I'm saying? But I also had to ground myself with people around me. So the people who pushed me and showed me where to go to do certain things, majority of them were white. They taught me like Toastmasters and stuff like that. They taught me a lot because they were business people. Some were private. They worked in private schools. Some of them own business.
And there are some white people that will push black people to do, there's still great white people out there.
Yeah. So, and that's why I could never be biased, because when I went into like Toastmaster and I met this nice wide group where, well, I'm gonna say wide, not white, wide group of people where they were from all walks of life, and they used to say, "Hey, Winston, you don't have to be or speak this way. You can present and give all the information that you need and be yourself." And that's what helped mold me into like being able to do public speaking. See, I don't have a fear of talking in front of large crowds. I could do that. Just tell me what's my topic and I could go. So, but there's like, no, you just got to be yourself, because my thing, I wanted to speak well. I want to be accepted and all of that. It's like, no, you good. But when I dial it back and I come back, I can't literally say all people, because I've worked in like different schools and
Right.
people always accept me. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
never a good thing to say all. To
Yeah.
say I would never want to work for this color. You know, what I had to say is definitely experiential,
Yeah.
right? However, are there still great white women supervisors out there, or great black women supervisors, or great white male, black male? It all depends on what kind of experiences they have had, you know, and what their beliefs and philosophies are on what it is to be a good leader.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. You said it. Leadership. The leadership role. Once you start getting to leadership role and being able to effectively manage people and understand how to communicate, you don't run into those issues as much. Because
And effectively managing people, that's a hell of a job.
Yep.
I still don't want that. I don't want to try to control nobody.
Yeah.
Nah. But I will say being an effective manager is totally different from being an effective leader. Two different things.
I can see that. That was food for thought. I like that one.
It's harder to be a good leader than it is to be a good manager. Great leaders are empathic. They think about how people feel, and they want to encourage change. Or as a manager, they're just there to get the job done.
Yeah, exactly. And I see that like I looked at some of the like the presidents and the thing. What the way how they handle some of those stuff is, and how they communicate, right? They won't tell you as like, and if you look at it, right, that's the difference between a leader and a manager. Like if you look at a president would ask a question, or they will pose something in a way to make you feel included, while the manager tell you, yo, you got to do that, right? That's your job.
Right.
You got it. So, but a president, they won't do that. They was like, hey, were the process on 5 completed? Could we check that and make sure that was completed and verify that was done? They would use stuff like that, where it's like they're telling you what you got to do.
It's very task oriented.
They're master manipulator.
Black and white. Did you do it or not?
Yep.
I need this done by this date, this time.
Yep.
What they call those? They call those micromanagers.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
I've always performed better under a macro. See, macro works better. That can be effective when you know that the people who work under you are going to do their work.
It's more time sensitive. That's kind of what it is. Micro is more time sensitive in a sense, because you got to hit quotas. So you kind of have to.
Yeah. They have their pros and their cons.